Welcome back to Baseline Breakdown. We're back here March 9th, another YouTube video, another hour-long podcast video here. We're here to talk about a lot of ball. My name's Adriel, is my co-host.
What's up, everybody? It's Dej, and welcome back to another episode. Yeah, man,
I,
it's
I was
what?
when I was bringing up your name, I was gonna call you Gabriel for some reason. I have no idea why. I
How
know
does
it's
that
even
how does that name pop up?
It's because I was
And
thinking of Adriel. I don't know why. I literally was gonna say,
oh,
and then I just instantly was like, "Why am I gonna call this guy Gabriel? I don't even know what Gabriel in real life." But yeah, we're here with another episode, man. We're excited to talk about basketball and just another week. I'm wearing my Celtics green, bro. My Celtics
there
green
you
for
go.
Jayson Tatum. He's made his return in what was it, Friday against the Mavericks.
Yeah, Friday. Yeah.
That was a fun game. We were obviously both watching. You and I were both texting like
Yeah.
throughout it, obviously, and like
hmm
watching him play. He did pretty good in the debut, 15, 12, and 7,
Almost
and
had a
they
triple double.
yeah, like three assists off, and he the Celtics won by 20. Like he wasn't playing a lot of minutes too, but there were some good cool moments in there, like when he almost caught the lob, the put pat dunk. Like there
That
were
was a
some
terrible pass from Jaylen Brown, though. I'm like,
Jaylen
what the
Brown.
fuck? What kind of? And he's like, oh, I after he was like, oh, I just wanted to see like how his body would react. I'm like, bro, what are we talking about?
That's a statement that made it even crazier for me. I was like, bro, you want
What?
like let him see how his body will react. You shouldn't be the one
Yeah,
throwing them out there. But it was still cool to see Tatum out there, and his first
like
jump
to
shot
see. Wait, go ahead.
his first jump shot was like very just like
That shit was like
Tatum.
nice.
I
Yeah,
was like,
that was yeah.
he was weak and he was rusty, and I kind of makes sense. But
Yeah.
his defense still looked good. His
That
playmaking was
that
still there.
I remember I was texting him like I don't care if he ended up with like 5 points. I just wanted to see how he was gonna move on defense. But I remember you just say that they were hiding him on defense, which like is fair. Like because
They were for a little bit. He was on Chris Middleton for a while in the corner, but after a while, Chris Middleton started attacking that. I
yeah.
could tell, but Tatum was still holding his own. He was still very good
I did
defensively,
like
I
to
would say.
see that he wasn't just settling for shots. Like he was actually like trying to like get that burst of speed and like attacking the paint as well.
Yeah,
Which yeah, so
he
that was
he,
nice to see how he's like,
he
it's
looked.
gonna take his time. It's gonna take time for him to trust his body to get to that level again, but
Yeah,
eventually it'll just be yeah,
it,
just normal.
it's really good that he's doing those things now. I think it's really just it's good that he came back in March. Listen,
Yeah.
like I know you and I were both like on the team. Don't come back this year, and
Yeah.
I'm probably
I'm
still
still
like
on that team. I still don't think he should have came back. Yeah.
I still for the sake of his career long term, I still think it's probably the smartest decision to sit out because like you look at the way he's playing now. When Tyrese tore his like a month and a half after, and he's gonna have 7 more months of rest. So Tyrese is gonna
It
come back like
make
110%.
it makes me wonder if the Pacers are actually like in a position like the Celtics where like Siakam was just doing like amazing first option hoops and they were just a great team in the East, would he feel rushed to come back as well?
I wonder if so, but
That would have been worse. That would have
also
been a lot worse.
Tyrese tore his shit a little bit later. Tatum
Yeah.
was in the second round while Tyrese was in games, the literal final game of the NBA season. Like,
Yeah.
so it was a little bit different. And Tatum got his surgery 18 hours after, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's insane.
He was saying like when he was at the hospital, the surgeon was like, "Oh, we can like get you in today." And
That's
he
insane.
didn't say yes at first, but his mom was like, "No, you're doing this.
Oh
Like we
yeah,
need yeah, yeah,
I
get
heard
this shit
about
done."
that,
Yeah.
and she was oh, shout out to his mom. That was the right decision because
hmm
for an NBA player, like money wise, it was the right decision. Just get back to rehab immediately because you're gonna need to do it at some point. So might as
Yeah.
well just start working at it immediately because
But if I'm
it's
him, I'm like, damn, I can't even like mentally prepare for this shit. I
yeah
gotta like just go right in right away. Like,
that's the
damn.
crazy part, bro. Like something like that's gotta be like insane. But hey,
Yeah.
shout
I
out to
gotta like
him.
prepare myself for that, bro.
Hey, shout out to him for actually being able to go out there. But he's back. He looked good. I will say the shot was weak, but you're gonna expect that. He
Yeah.
shot 37.5% in both games. 6
He
for
probably will
16,
continue to shoot like that for at least another few more games, which is fine.
which is
Like,
fine. Yeah, he's got
who
20
cares?
games until the playoffs, like still playing. And then before the playoffs, you have the week and a half of the play-in, so he's gonna give his
That's
body
just
a
extra
break
rest. They'll
there.
probably like if I'm them, I would just play him whatever games now, and then like obviously just rest him and other guys the last few games of the season, and then obviously you get that week and a half off for the play-in tournament. So that's like
And
at
then
least 2 weeks of just rest and recovery that he can do.
yep. And Vooch will be back, and he'll be back by the playoffs as well. That's I
That
didn't
was
even realize
crazy.
he was injured.
I
Yeah,
that was crazy. Was it fractured
Yeah.
finger or something like that. That's so crazy.
I didn't realize he would be out that long for the finger, but yeah, he's out until the playoffs. So, but he'll be back by then. So that's a really good
Yeah.
thing. With Tatum coming back, I mean, Tatum just second game back, so he's still got plenty of
Hmm.
time. Is working way on. We got to see how this Celtics team does. They beat the Mavericks and the Cavs. That Cavs game was cool to watch. Tatum played good in
Yeah.
that one too. But does Tatum coming back, the 2-0 with them, haven't lost with them.
Hmm.
But do you notice anything different about their offense? Anything different about their team?
I notice how the other team has to guard them a lot more differently now because now you have a second guy who can just, I mean, but him and Jaylen Brown are both like great scorers. That's just
Hmm.
another guy you have to focus on, another guy you have to double. So now that's just leaving open shots for everybody else, open shots for Derek White to hit, open shots for Sam
Top
Hauser to
five
hit.
player, Derek White. Top five player.
That comment eventually popped off a little bit. Man, that shit was fire. I was so happy. I'm like, bro, if I get to use finally get to use a meme like this and it
The
doesn't pop up, I'll be pissed.
it was beautiful, bro. It was beautiful. But
But
I think it's crazy that yeah, Tatum came back a top when he was playing was a top five, top seven player, whatever you want to
mhm,
call him in the league. And he came back and he's not looking like that, obviously, but
yeah.
he looked perfectly fine in the offense. The team looked better with him, and that's something you get worried about when you're like, okay, a star like Tatum having
How
to
are you
work
going to
his
implement him after like
yes,
he's been gone for majority of the season and we've been on a
yes,
roll? Like, how do you like what is this? Obviously, you're not gonna he's not gonna be like a role player, but he's obviously gonna be like that second scorer. But like, how do you just get him engaged into this offense more? So,
yep.
but I think Joe Mazzulla and his staff are gonna do a great job with getting him comfortable, and he's gonna do his job to get comfortable with it. And the Celtics were already a threat in the East, but now they're even more of a threat. You could say they're probably the top threat now, which is kind of crazy to
Are
think
they the
how.
favorite?
I think so. I've been out on Detroit, honestly. As much as I would love to see them make a playoff run, or not a playoff run, but like a maybe
Like
like a
a
conference
deep,
finals run.
yeah.
I don't see it happening, honestly.
I honestly agree with that sentiment with the way that Detroit's on a 4 game losing streak right now. So
Blew a 24-point lead to the Nets,
yeah, that was
and
bad. The
then
Nets
got
of all
blown out by
teams.
the Heat last night, which was bad.
Yes. Especially after that blowout loss to the Nets, you kind of have to have a okay, we're still the best team in the East kind of game, and then get blown out by the Heat right after. That was a very bad look for
It's the
them. And
thing. Well, that game against the Nets, Cade wasn't playing, so you had a good enough lead,
Mhm.
and then you just fell apart. Which
That's the
I
worst
don't
part is
know.
people will be like, "Oh, we would have won this with Cade," but you were winning this without Cade. You were winning by
Without Cade,
24
you guys
without
just
Cade.
fumbled.
Yeah, I hate seeing people just like make excuses for any game their team loses, but unfortunate for the Pistons. But I want to bring in some stats, man. We got in the East, you got four teams that are like probably the favorites out there right now who are going to be competing for the, like the Eastern Conference Championship and getting out of the East. Four teams. The Celtics, obviously, we've been talking about them a lot. They're currently second in the East. They're 43 and 21. They are on a 2 game winning streak. They're second in offensive rating, fifth in defense, third in net rating. They're like one of the best teams in the NBA, like literally.
Hmm.
And they're 21 and 14 versus teams over 500. Cool. Here's the
Hmm.
thing with them though. Celtics are 12 and 14 in clutch games. They're
Hmm.
under 500. Yes, that's like a worse record than the Rockets. And the Rockets are like known for being a bad clutch team.
You're right.
Shout out to Shampoo. But
Shampoo is crazy.
but it's like kind of a bad look for the Celtics to be like that bad, considering the Pistons are 25 and 11, one of the best teams in the clutch.
Hmm.
So that's like something where the Pistons do hold the edge there, but this is also regular season stats, and not
Playoffs are a different
everything.
atmosphere.
Yeah, you can't you got to look at these, but you can't pay 100% attention to them because it doesn't
Exactly.
mean the end all be all. So it doesn't mean that the Pistons are immediately going to beat the Celtics in clutch games, but it just shows that the trends over the season, the Celtics are not the best, but Tatum helps with that. Tatum's a secondary shot creator, one of the best in the
Yeah.
league. So they're probably just going to get better in clutch games. Their shooting's really good. They're one of the best in offense, defense. Like I think they're my pick to come out the East. I like
Over the
easily.
Cavs, you think? In the Cavs?
Well, we'll get to them in a bit. We'll get to them in a bit. We'll get to them in a bit. But I want next about the Pistons. I want to give you their stats.
Hmm.
Second in defense, so they're higher than the Celtics there. They're
Hmm.
fifth in net rating. They're 11th in offense. Their offense is not insane right now. The 11th in offense for the season, and I'm pretty sure for the past like 2 months they are like 19th or something. They're pretty low.
I will say, for them not having like a true second scoring option, 11 at the offense is not
That's
that
true
bad.
for
I,
the
I will give
entire
them
season
props on
too.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, for that is pretty impressive for like the entire season to still be 11th up there. But it is also it is a little worrying just to see that they're because like you look at every other team that I'm gonna show you, and almost every other team, their offense is just better. It's just which
Yeah.
is what you need in the playoffs. You need different offensive schemes. You need because the defenses are gonna be so insane, but everybody can run a good defensive scheme to some degree. You just have to be able to work around it offensively.
Right.
And I don't know if the Pistons can do much movability with what they've
I don't
got.
know. I really don't know what offensive schemes they can throw in the playoffs when they don't have a second score.
They're,
You know
they're,
what I'm
they're,
saying? Like
they're-
I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna work out because you see it can struggle in games. Like when I watch the games, I'm like, if they had that second score, they probably could be, they wouldn't be letting teams just making it a close game sometimes, and it's just I don't know. Like that's just been one of my biggest concerns about them, and one of the reasons why I've kind of like I've kind of lowered my interest in them being like a top contender in the East. Just not the
Ooh,
lack of shooting as well.
breaking news.
What happened?
Tua going to the Falcon.
I was like, bro, what?
NFL deal. No, but I do agree with you there. The secondary scoring option not being there is such a big like hindrance to their team. They're not having anything outside of Cade right now. And
Exactly.
if Duncan's not making his threes in the playoffs, you can just count that as a lost game.
Yeah,
Like
automatically.
if he's not making at least three threes, four threes in a playoff game for you, that's a loss. You lose
Right,
that game in the
exactly.
playoffs. I'm sorry. So you gotta just really rely on Duncan Robinson a lot. And hey, maybe he gets hot like in the finals. Like maybe the Pistons make a crazy run, could like the 2023 Heat or something. Duncan Robinson was
Yeah, I
going
mean,
crazy. All
yeah.
right, next team I want to talk about, third in the East right now. New York Knicks are 41 and 24. They're on a
Mm,
one-game losing streak. They're third in offense, seventh in defense, and fourth in net. They are 21 and 19 versus teams above 500. So they're about like 500 versus teams about 500, just about. So
yeah.
that's not really what you want to see from like your top team. You want them to be pretty dominant.
Yeah.
I guess it is. I mean, it's hard versus teams above 500, but like that could be the Hornets are now above 500, even though they're
They're actually
not.
below now. Shout out to the
Oh yeah,
Suns.
you're right.
Shout out to the Suns. Let's go.
Shout out to the Suns for actually taking them below, bro. Shout out to Colin Gillespie for showing Conca what it's like, bro. Everybody
Yes,
was
sir.
saying, I forgot what a Chrysler looks like a Phantom until a real Phantom pulls up. That
There
was
you go.
Colin Gillespie. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. Shout out to Colin. But in the Knicks they're a fun team. I've had like I don't even want to say fun.
Jalen Brunson has been kind of bad recently in the last
I
stretch
was
of
gonna
games. He's
say
been bad.
I was gonna say I have fun watching them, but I can't even say that anymore because I don't have fun watching them anymore. They're just not
Yeah.
as fun as they were last season, even though their offense is like just as good, if not better than last season. But
Yeah.
yeah, they're just kind of annoying sometimes to watch. And Cat has still like as you tweeted, still making the same
Cat.
bonehead mistakes in year 11. Like it just happens consistently, and then there's just so many times I'm just looking in the court and I'm just like. What are we doing defensively? Why are we not talking? Because a lot of the time it looks like it's genuinely just it's not the personnel.
There's a lot of miscommunication on
It's
defense
just
sometimes. It's
miscommunication.
it's genuinely a
Yes.
lot of miscommunication. Some of it could be on Cat. Cat. I don't know, man. He's got to shed some weight. I feel like he's just a little too slow
Don't
on.
fat shame my boy.
I'm trying not to. Like, I get he's the center. He has to have some pounds on him. But there's times where I'm like, bro, you could have taken that extra step just to make a contest, but you're just letting this
Yeah.
guy get an easy bucket in the paint. So, but overall, there's just a lot of miscommunication. I see McKell and Cat damn near arguing or talking about after every possession, like, bro, you're supposed to do that.
Every play. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I was watching the Lakers and Knicks game, and the Lakers were just fucking them up, and it was annoying. Like the Knicks had no, like they weren't barely. There was never a point where I thought the Knicks were coming back and winning it.
I thought in the second quarter they were gonna make it competitive and be like, okay, come after halftime, but then nope, just
That makes sense. That honestly does make sense. Second quarter was a little bit closer there. The
yeah.
the uh the Knicks as of recent, I'm pretty sure their offense is or not their offense. Their defense is like out of the top 10 in the past like 2 months. Because I was looking also because the stats I brought are for the entire season, but there's also
Hmm.
somebody who brought from January 1st to right now,
Yeah.
and the Hornets are the best offensive team in the league.
Right. I
From
mean, yeah.
that. So it's like those stats are a little bit different. I kind of wanted to bring those, but I didn't end up bringing those because that's obviously a little bit skewed over time. But
Yeah.
shout out to Charlotte, man. They have cooled down, but they've still like maintained like a competitive nature, and it seems like the city is behind them right now. All
Yeah.
those like games are packed.
And just on social media, I've never seen Hornets Twitter this like engaged and this active ever, bro.
No,
And
honestly, every Charlotte's person I see is always just talking like, "Oh my God, I can't believe how much coverage we're getting. This is the first time."
yeah,
There's a
they
lot
got
of
a
people,
peacock game, bro. That's kind of
a
like,
lot of
and
people,
yeah.
a lot of people are saying this is the most fun they've ever had as Hornets fans.
I
Which
mean, can you remember the last time the Hornets were like somewhat enjoyable to watch?
I don't. I'm pretty sure this is like the first time they're like above 500, bro. I'm pretty sure even that year they made it with Kemba, they were under 500 because the East was so bad. I don't know if they've had
Yeah.
an above 500 season like in forever. I think
So
since
this
like
is probably the most fun a Hornets fan has had in a
maybe
while,
since
and
like the
those arenas do be
Alonzo,
packed, man,
maybe Alonzo Mourning days, but I doubt like any of those fans are still like that was way different era. So
around. Yeah.
so it's kind of shout out to the Hornets, man. Little side note from them. But last team I want to get into for the top of the East. We already talked about the Pistons. We already talked about the Knicks and the Celtics. If you were to rank those three teams, what would it be? Pistons, Knicks. Because
Uh,
I think the Cavs. I'm going to talk about the Cavs, but I don't know. I feel like the Cavs are might be a tier below, but we'll get into that
mm,
right now. So tell me those three teams, rank them.
I'll go Celtics.
Celtics at one.
I will go. I'll go Pistons and the Knicks.
Pistons. You trust the Pistons more than Knicks to. Okay, how about this? If I was to say make a finals run, would you trust the Pistons over the Knicks to make a finals run?
Yeah,
I can see that. I can see
yeah.
that.
Because again, I think when we did our video last week about like our playoff droppers, I had Karl Anthony Towns.
Mhm.
I'm just not. I'm not
Not
that
that
high on
high.
him.
I get
Yeah,
you.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think Jalen Brunson's gonna do great. I
yeah.
mean, Jalen Brunson's always been great in the playoffs,
It's this thing.
and you
It's his
also
bread
got to
and butter.
rely on. You also got to rely on OGs being like a third option. But overall, it's just King Cat just be that consistent second option and stop making the stupid mistakes that he constantly makes in the regular season.
OG
So.
Anunoby's gonna. You are a second option in the playoffs, bro. You
The-
gotta.
If that's the case, then yeah, Pistons got a clear shot at the fucking championship.
Yeah,
If
if it's
OG
if
Anunoby
the se
becomes,
if the second option battle is OG Anunoby versus Jalen Duren, I'm taking Jalen Duren in that
yeah,
one.
I'm taking it.
The Jalen,
Yeah,
that's the one matchup Jalen Duren wins in the second option battle.
exactly.
But yeah, I think I agree with that. Honestly, no, I think I'd swap that ranking a little bit. I
Okay.
if I would go Celtics, Knicks, Pistons, that's only because if I was to say a finals run, I would just trust the personnel of the Knicks more, just because they've been together longer.
I trust the Pistons defense a lot more too.
I get that. I think as a basketball team, I trust the Pistons more. I think more
Yeah,
like the chemistry, and because the Knicks have made deep playoff runs before, that's
yeah.
the only reason I do trust them. So it's more of like a
A
mental
little more
thing where I would
experience on that side, and yeah,
experience. Yeah, that's like the main thing because like they were 2 games away last season. Like it was game 6 that the Pacers sent
shout
them
out
home, right?
Hallie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
he's perfect. Yeah,
so like it could have changed a lot if like a couple games went differently. We got a Knicks versus Thunder matchup, and then we're looking a lot differently at this Knicks
I can't
team.
even
So
imagine how New York would have looked if the Knicks made the finals.
I honestly don't know.
It's one thing if they would have won it. I think just making it, the city would have been like shut down
It would
for
have
like a
been
day or so.
insane, dude.
Yeah, that shit would have been insane.
It, hopefully they make it this year, but I doubt it,
Yeah.
honestly. Fourth team I didn't want to talk about here though, the Cavs. They are a little bit lower when it comes to their stats for a lot of things. They're seventh in offense, 13th in defense, seventh in net. You also have to factor in they've been injured a lot of the season. A lot of this was when they had Darius Garland over James Harden, so that's a massive
Evan
team.
Mobley's been injured quite a few times this year.
Exactly. So that's why their defense is pretty low. Harden replacing Garland instantly jumps their defense from like seven. I'm pretty sure in the past few months they're like fourth or fifth
Right.
in the past, or ever since the Harden trade or something is what I saw. Something worrying about them though, even though we are talking about their injuries. Excuse me. 17. Holy shit! What the am I dying? 17. Oh my God, Adam Silver is getting me, bro. Holy shit. 17 and 19 versus teams over 500.
Yeah,
That's pretty
that's pretty
bad.
bad.
16 and 17 in clutch games as well. That's also pretty bad.
That's also really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you really so they are they're beating up on the bad teams, which is good. You got to do that as like a good team. You got to beat up on the bad teams, and that's where they're
Yeah.
making up a lot of their ground. But they're like 2 games under 500 against teams that are really good. So
Yeah.
it's a little worrying for if they're going to make a playoff run.
I think right now, yeah, like just where the current standpoint is gonna be a little worrying, but I think come postseason, when you have a guy like a James Harden on your team who's a really good decision maker and who's known for making like the right play, whether it's like the second pass over to open player, I think having him versus Darius Garland would help him a lot come in the postseason just because the experience and the just has a better feel to the game.
Mm,
So I definitely think come playoff time they can be better, more of a clutch team having him on their side as well. But I can
hon-
understand why now it can be a little. Yeah, also factor. I think most of it has to do with either Darius Garland playing or not playing.
that's true. Yeah, if
Yeah,
that because a lot of he wasn't there
he
a lot
missed a
of
lot of games
like
this
a
year.
lot of time. So
Yeah,
just they were pretty injured. So like they may even miss role players too. Jalen Tyson missed some time. Sam Morril missed some time. Dean Wade missed some time. Like they
Max
have not
Strus
been
is like
healthy.
I don't even know if he's around anymore. Like I
Like
just
like Stephen Curry is gonna come back before Max Strus does. Like it's pretty insane.
Jason Tatum came back, bro, before Max Strus. Like
Exactly.
that's like what the
Like stuff
fuck?
like that is pretty insane. That's actually pretty insane. I didn't even think about that. But the Cavs right now would match up against the Raptors in the first round. How do you feel about them in that first round matchup?
I think that's a really good matchup for the Cavs.
Super good.
I would take the Cavs in that series personally.
Me too.
Simply because Raptors lack size. Jakob Poeltl, is he even back?
Nope. No, here's the thing. I will say the Raptors have size. They have mid size though. That's
They
all
have
they have.
mid-size. Like
They
you
have
have
too
Scotty
much
Barnes
mid
who's like
size.
6'9".
Yeah, everybody's 6'9". Everybody's 6'9". Nobody's over. They need a 7 footer. That's not
Yeah,
Jakob Poeltl because
and
Jakob
even
Poeltl's
if
injured.
Jakob Poeltl does come back, who knows if his back
A
is gonna be
back
good
injury is
enough to
insane.
be having
Yeah.
to go up against like a guy like a Jared Allen who's a strong player who likes to be physical in the paint. Is Jakob Poeltl gonna even hold up with that? But even with that, I mean, I know Evan Mobley would be guarding. I don't know what the statistics are with Evan Mobley guarding. I mean, it's Scotty Barnes guarding Evan Mobley, but I think maybe that could be a good matchup.
It would probably be a good matchup for Scotty Barnes, but you also got to think Evan Mobley's not like barely an offensive threat. That even if he's locking up Evan Mobley, the Cavs are like, all right,
Yeah, yeah, it's all good.
like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
like Jared Allen will get his
Can you out rebound
25.
him? Can you outbox him in the paint?
Yeah,
That's like the big thing. So I honestly
literally.
think the Raptors just lose that just because of the sheer size at
It
the
is off the sides. You have the Twin Towers, just two 7 footers are going to be super hard to out rebound. And offensive rebounds matter so much. You see how different the Rockets' offense is without their offensive rebounding machine. And you see their turnovers matter so much more for the Rockets because they're not getting offensive rebounds. So
yeah,
that's going to matter for the Pistons because they don't have a secondary ball handler. They're going to be committing a lot of turnovers, and not getting any offensive rebounds means no secondary possessions if you're consistently causing turnovers too.
exactly.
It's just not a good look when you can't get offensive rebounds and you can't handle the ball because then you're really just not maximizing your possessions.
Yeah.
That's what you need out of your role players is getting you extra possessions, steals, offensive rebounds, blocks, and Pistons just don't have a lot of guys that are going to be doing that,
The only thing I
helping
can think
them.
of is maybe like a Ron Holland that can like help get those second chance points because he likes to
Exactly.
attack the paint and
Exactly. That's
but
just
that's you got to have more than one guy.
very scary for a lot of teams. That it's just these teams are having a great regular season. It's always just the playoffs. You need to have certain aspects, certain team. And I see the Pistons fans on Twitter, like, because you'll pull up these stats, like no team has ever won a championship if they're not top
Hmm.
team, not top 10 in offense, but except for two teams. And those two teams were the Pistons back in the bad boy or whatever, like old Pistons teams, not the bad boys, because the bad boys actually had decent offense, but
Yeah,
the like 03, 04 Pistons or whatever year they won it.
yeah, yeah,
Like they pull up those teams and they're like, we've done it before. That is a completely different NBA, completely
hmm
different team, completely different scenario. You need offense nowadays. You need
yeah.
threes. You don't got that.
So we're on the topic of the Pistons. I remember when it was like trade deadline season, and we were talking about like, I think it was like what team should make moves and everything. And I remember I brought up how the Pistons should take a swing to get a secondary score. And
Hmm.
you pushed back on that, saying that you think that what they had right now with their team is really good. This is like the first year of them actually being like a good team, competitive, trying to make a push. Do you go back on that statement? Do you wish that they actually would have took a swing at somebody?
As like a NBA fan, I wish they would have, honestly.
Yeah.
But from a team building aspect, I can still kind of see it because like you're not roped into paying anybody next year. You kind of see
Yeah.
what you got with your team this year, and you've still got a little bit of money to spend. You can draw in a secondary offensive position. So I'm not. I think that if they wanted to win a championship this year, yes, they probably should have made that deal because they look super bad. They definitely should
But
have gone for an
I think
MPJ.
that's their mindset that they want to win a championship. I don't think their
See,
mindset is even just like,
that's
oh,
a
let's just make the playoffs and be competitive and then we'll like go back from there. I think they genuinely think that they're good enough to win a championship.
if that's their mindset, which I understand because you're the one seed in the East. Yeah,
But it's
I
the East,
understand
bro.
because you're the one seed in the East. Like them telling, like all their front office, they're probably all telling themselves, like, we can do this, we can do this, which I get it because you're supposed to be optimistic and uplift your team. If I'm in that front office in the back of my head, I'm kind of fine with whatever happens. Because
Yeah.
you can't lose unless you're a first round exit, you can't lose. I'm sorry. Even if they're
Yeah,
a second
yeah.
round exit, you can still look at this team unless they lose in four. You can still look at this team and be
Yeah,
like,
like
there's all
if you lose worse than what you did last year, then
yes.
that's like okay. Like
You
that's
you gotta at least lose a little. You can lose this year in style. Lose in five in the second round. Lose in six in the second or not second round. Sorry. Oh wait, yeah, second round because they didn't make it
yeah,
to.
yeah.
They didn't. I forgot that damn that Knicks Pistons series was so
It's really
good last year.
good. That
That
was really
felt like a
good.
second round series. Like that was very
Hmm.
very good. Which is that's like a little bit of why I want the Knicks to drop a little bit. I would love if the Knicks were at four and then if the Pistons could beat their first round matchup and then get a Knicks
Yeah.
Pistons rematch. That'd be super fire. There's like a lot of different options we have for playoff matchups right now. It'll get pretty interesting. Have you been watching the standings as of recent? It's
I have.
shifted.
It's been a lot of flip-flop. I wanted to bring up another East team. The Sixers are now in the play-in.
Eight. I was gonna say they're at eight right now. I have that in my notes as well. You have Orlando dropping into like you and I were both talking about Orlando's in the plan like pretty much set, but nope, they are. They're chilling. No, like now they're in the playoffs. How you
Yeah,
feeling
so
about the
it's Orlando
Sixers?
60 now, right?
Yeah. How you feeling about the Sixers dropping that much?
I mean, you kind of expected it with Joel Embiid has been out for I think like 2 weeks at this point, man, and he's
And then
gonna
he's
miss
he's
at
gonna
least
be like another two, right?
like I think they said like at least another like next 3 or 4 games he'll be out, which is probably like at
So,
least a week. So it's just like,
bro, that's
and
like
there's no, I don't even know how much longer Paul George is out. Like when is he expected to
I
return?
think he literally comes
March
back.
25th, I think it was they said.
Yeah, I was gonna say he comes back with like 15 games left, so that's in 2 weeks.
Okay. So, but then again, I'm like, let's say Joel Embiid is still at that time. Do I really trust Paul George to be like Maxi's like true second option? No, I really don't. You got to worry about him getting back in shape, getting his condition up. He's going to be rusty. He hasn't played in over 20 games. So it's
And with an
yeah,
older
it's
guy like PG, he needs the games to like lock in and
exactly.
rest
And like
up.
I don't know, is that too much of an ask for him right at this moment to be the second option? Because I don't even think that's what he when he came here. That wasn't his plan. He was like,
Paul
I'm gonna
George, I don't know if Paul George can be your second option for a playoff
exactly.
run.
I think he himself knows that like I'm not at that stage in my career where I can be the second option anymore.
Here's also my thing with the Sixers. Who do you, as of right now, even if they get to six, I don't see them winning a playoff series. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
E-
I just don't.
Even at six, they'd match up with the Knicks. Do you see them beating the Knicks? And I don't.
I don't. I think the Knicks are going to be pretty physical with them, and they're gonna attack Tyrese just because I mean, in our video last week, I had Tyrese in one of my playoff droppers as
Yes.
well because I mentioned how he's been playing over 40 minutes damn near every game. His
Yes.
legs are gonna be shot come playoff time.
And if there's one thing about the Knicks, it's not their offense that sucks this year. Their offense works.
Yes.
And so if they match up against the Sixers, where it's going to be a very it'll be a physical matchup, but the Sixers don't have the defensive personnel to mess up the Knicks. It's really
And
just going to be a
also,
super fun game for them.
if Joel Embiid plays, you know he's not playing 100%. He's at
Yeah,
like 85%
but I'm not gonna
max.
lie, Embiid is eating that matchup.
Oh
Even if he
yeah, no,
plays 20 minutes a
I think
game,
he'll be good with that, but I just don't know. You also got to factor in. I mean, I think 2 years ago when they played the Knicks in the first round, he got hurt in like one of those games. He
damn,
got
that was 2 years ago. Damn, I forgot.
2024, yeah.
Damn, I can't even remember that. That's
Hmm.
crazy how
He
weird that
got hurt
is.
in one of those games. He played through it, but his knee was bothering him a lot. So you have to also wonder, like, is he gonna deal with another freak accident again? Like, there's just so many things that can go wrong for the Sixers to the point where I do, if they were to make the playoffs, which I think they will, I think they'll probably end up like somewhere in the plan and be like a 7 or 8 seed. Yeah, I think there's still a
Mhm.
first round exit.
I can see it. The Hawks are a game and a half back. The Hornets are
They're like
three
on
games.
a 6 game win streak, I think the
Yeah, the
Hawks.
Hawks are on a 6 game winning streak.
Yeah.
The Hawks on a six. The Miami's on a 5 game. Orlando's on a 4 game. So shout out to these little playing teams making like runs
Yeah.
at the end of the season, lock in.
They
Like,
they 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 saw the Hornets was being better than them. They're like, fuck that. We're
that's
not dealing with
actually
that
true.
shit. Yeah.
Dude, I know if I was if I'm Atlanta, I'm pissed as fuck because they were probably looking at the Heat and the Magic above them like we just gotta go on a little win streak. Atlanta goes on a 6 game win streak and they're still at 10 because the teams above them have been winning like crazy. Like that kind of sucks for them because they're above 500 now. So shout out to
Yeah.
Atlanta, 33 and 31. TJ McCollum.
Question: If you're the Hawks, do you bring back CJ McCollum next year, just like on a cheap contract?
If he comes back for a cheap contract, yeah, I was gonna say he's been fun. His first few games he looked terrible
He
and he was
looked
just shot
terrible.
chucking. But I think he's playing his role better. He knows his
Hawks
teammates
Twitter
a
was
little bit better.
amazing those first few games. Oh my God, that was they were hating that
And
man.
shout out to Cum Bucket too. He's a super
Bro, I
super
haven't been
valuable
able
role
to
player.
watch like a game of him yet, and he's
Watch
been
his
out the last two games.
watch his highlights, bro. He's been
Yeah, I
having
watched
some
the highlights,
really
but I want to actually like sit down and watch the game and see how it impacts. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
I forget. I wish we had the subscription to Synergy because there's this website where you can literally like type in Jonathan Kuminga defensive possessions 2026 and it'll literally
Hmm.
show you like
Every
every defensive position, even if it's not like nobody scored or anything, it'll just show you his defensive one-on-one possession. So cool
right.
stuff like that. So eventually we'll get something like that. But I just think it's shout out to the standings, man. They're shifting. We're actually seeing some movement. I thought like we were locked in for a good amount of stuff, but I love to see a lot of people moving in
I
the
like to see
East
some
and the
changes,
West.
man. I feel like every
Yes.
week, like there's not much to say about the East besides like the top teams, but now like you got the playing teams that are trying to make some moves. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the losers as well. Indiana on a 9 game losing streak. Washington on an 8 game losing streak.
Keep it
Uh,
going.
Chicago finally won a game recently, but they're also losing a bunch of
It's
games. So
against us, of
yeah,
course.
yeah, you're right. That was when they ended their fucking win streak. You're fucking right.
Yeah.
Hey, with the lineup they had out there too. Oh my
Was
gosh,
that our worst loss of the season? Is that one
probably.
worse? What?
We
Okay, okay, I'm gonna give you three games. Tell me which one is worse. That game, the loss against Atlanta when
the
they came
Hawks at the
back,
start of the season. Yeah, I know what
or
you're
that
talking about.
loss against the Warriors.
Oh, the Warriors loss was pretty bad. I would say the Bulls one just because you literally look at the fucking lineup they had out there, bro.
Yes,
You look at the Hawks
we
game, they
lost the
had Jalen
context of first
Johnson.
option hoops, bruh.
Jalen
Like that shit
Johnson's
was
an
bad.
all-star. You look at the Warriors game, Podzemski's an all-star. No, I was
Yeah,
Curry
no,
play.
that
I don't even think
yeah.
Curry was playing on our matchup, right? No, he wasn't.
Nope, he
We
was
lost to
out.
Moses Moody, huh?
We lost to Moses Moody, Quentin Post,
Yeah, that's
Pods,
who we lost to.
everybody. Pat Spencer, Pat
See,
Spencer.
so
Yeah,
maybe the Bulls and the Hawk and the Warriors loss are probably on par with each other.
yeah.
Shout out to the Suns though. I do want to transition over to the West standings a bit because those have also shifted. I don't know if you've taken a look at that recently, but Minnesota's at 3 now.
Minnesota's at 3 right now. I saw Ant fan page just posted a video of Shea. He was like, What do you got for me today, Demon?" Because they're playing the Nuggets. So he just want the Nuggets to fucking
They're
cross up.
actually hyping them up, bro. Hey, dude, honestly, yes, we're only 2 games back in the Nuggets. I'll take it. If we could match
The
up against,
Suns?
yes, if we could match up against Minnesota in the first round. Nah, I don't want
Do
to
you
say that,
actually
bro.
want that?
No, after what Dylan Brooks said, Anthony Edwards is gonna fucking
Yeah,
cook
he's gonna
them.
take that shit personally.
Anthony Edwards is gonna
Bro,
cook the fuck out of
did you
them.
see the clip of him going over the players that were listed ahead of him? And he was like,
Shaden Sharp, I'm not even gonna rate him.
yeah, I'm gonna rate him. I'm like, damn.
He's literally just like making a list of people that are gonna just continue to hate him. It's actually funny.
Yeah.
The Nuggets though, they've been pissing me off. They just suck. They just kind of suck
They
now.
I didn't even know Aaron Gordon was back last game. I was like, oh shit.
Dude,
I
yeah.
didn't yeah.
I saw hella Nuggets like they were fan pages. They were just like tweeting everything. We're back. Starting lineup back. They like whole court. Nope, it was kind of
And
disappointing.
it does suck, man, because like fully healthy, this team has one of the deepest rosters in the league. You can make the argument they have maybe the best starting five, like if they're
You
fully
gotta make the
healthy.
argument they have. I would say they have the best. As of recently, no, I wouldn't say Jokic is the best player in the past two. I'd say Shea is
No,
the
no, no.
best player
Yeah,
in the NBA.
since coming back from his injury, fuck the stats, man. Like just watching the game, like I'm gonna be honest, I've never noticed. What, what is that?
It's a Jokic head.
That's Jokic?
Yeah, look.
Where did you get that from?
I don't know, but I just kind of have it. I saw it on my desk and I was like, we're talking about Jokic right now. Might as well bring it out.
Uh,
Jokic.
you distracted me, man.
But yeah, you were
Just
talking.
well, watching the game. Listen, I've always known Jokic was not the best defender, But the games where Aaron Gordon has been missed tremendously this year, and just the fact that teams are able to target Jokic on defense because they know he's slow, he's not fast enough to roll back to the paint and guard it. So my hope is that Aaron Gordon being back can just help alleviate some of that pressure off of him and just, I don't know, help Jokic look like a somewhat decent defender.
The thing that pisses me off about Jokic this season is that even though he's never been known to be a good defender, he's filled that role of getting to his spots and being in the right position at least for a center. This
Exactly.
season, he just looks like he's not getting to his spots like at all, and that's just a combination of being fat, sloppy boy, but also like being injured. You know, his injury also makes him out of shape, and just over time, it's just hard for a guy like his body to just play into shape. It's just what he
Yeah.
does, but he has not played into shape recently. He's had some good games. Like I forgot which game I was watching. He actually looked really good, but it wasn't his craziest stat line. He had like 35 points, 8 rebounds, and like 7 assists. It was a regular Jokic game.
Yeah.
Like not no 17 rebounds and 17 assists. So it's nice to actually watch the games and know when he's actually playing good because it's as of recently it's
There's a
not
huge
happening.
difference in these games coming back post All-Star break.
Yeah, and I think that's why I've kind of been like a little bit more down on the Nuggets as of recent because they were
hmm
like as of 2 months ago I was talking about them as my championship
Yeah,
contender.
we both said that they were second behind the Thunder.
Now
I
easily Spurs. Spurs are
Easy Spurs.
easily content.
Do you still have the Thunder ahead of the Spurs? Is that like a lock for you?
Like what do you mean like ahead of the
Like
Spurs?
I remember you said I don't know if this is the correct statement, but so correct me if it's not. But you were saying like that there's no team that can compete with the Thunder.
No, I didn't say
Like
compete. I said in my head I don't think I see the Thunder losing this year. That was just my in my head. But
okay,
I think the Spurs can compete. Of any
yeah,
team, the
because
Spurs can
watching them
compete.
recently, man, they really don't like have
Because
like glaring
last
flaws. Like they're similar to the Thunder, where like a flaw about the Thunder is like they're not the best 3-point shooting team, but that's not like a huge glaring problem like it is for like the Pistons. Like when you watch the Pistons, a glaring problem is that they have no shooting. So like teams like the Thunder and the Spurs, like even though if they might have a flaw, it's not like to the point where you're like, oh yeah, that might lose them a playoff game. That
Yep.
might, you know what I'm saying? Like that might be a reason why they don't
Yeah,
go far in
like
the
you look
postseason.
at Amen Thompson and Shampoo on the Rockets. You look at
Exactly.
the Nuggets, and you look at Jokic's defense and
Cam
just
Johnson not having a good
poor
year.
shooting, yeah, poor shooting
Exactly, yeah.
overall. You look at the Knicks and Karl Anthony Towns. You look at the Pistons not having a second option. The Spurs and the Thunder are like two teams where you really just can't. And I'm not gonna lie, this call me crazy, but I think my only argument for the Timberwolves not winning a championship is just that the Spurs and Thunder are better. I think the Timberwolves are a fucking good team. Like they're a really
They're a really
fucking good
good
team. I'm
team.
not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
lie.
yeah.
I think if the Spurs and Thunder were not having as insane of a season as they are, like if they were just a few games worse, I we would
hmm
probably be looking at the Timberwolves as like championship, like true championship contenders
Do you
because they're.
trust Julius Randle to help make that
I
deep
think,
playoff
dude,
run?
this has been his best season of his career.
He's having a really good year. He's
He
having a
is
great year.
super good, and Gobert's
I think we both.
defense amazing.
Yeah,
So super good team.
yeah.
You say you think we both what? We're talking about Julius Randle
No,
earlier.
I'm saying he's having a great year because I think we both said like he deserves to be like all-star this year. So he's having a really
Yeah,
underrated year. Um,
I'm
I
surprised
just
he wasn't an all-star.
Yeah, me too. I've just seen a lot of like hatred towards him from Twitter on recently saying like he's gonna be the reason why we lose a playoff game. He's gonna be the reason why we don't go far. Which I get it. Sometimes he
I
does
get it,
play a little
yeah,
unselfish sometimes, and he just
definitely.
makes stupid bonehead mistakes.
So sometimes he
But
just plays like 1v1 basketball. It's just a little bit hard to
exactly,
watch at his size. But when he's on, he's on. That's why, and they've made like those back-to-back Western Conference Finals runs. So that's why, as of right now, their matchup is Denver in the first round. I like that matchup super
that's so
nicely.
crazy to think about how like one of those teams is for sure gone in the first round.
As of now, Denver could jump up to like five, and
No,
then it could be
yeah.
Houston and LA, Houston and
It's
Denver. That'd
just
be a
it's just
dis
so crazy. Like a
how
few
we.
years ago, that wasn't a thing.
Yep.
Like
These teams were going to the conference
exactly
finals, the
like you're like,
second
oh,
round.
like one of these teams is for sure out of the first round. And these teams are teams that are projected to win a championship or contend for one. So it's just crazy how the playoff seedings work sometimes.
It's been shifting a lot, and it's obviously going to shift by the time the playoffs actually start. Only I think the 3 through 7 seeds will probably shift because from 3 through 7, it's only a 3 game difference. The
Hmm.
Spurs, I mean the excuse me, the Timberwolves at 9.5 games back, and the Suns at 12 and a half games back. Like with 20 games left, the Suns could end up at the 3 seed for all we know. Probably not. Shout out to our boys, but they're probably not ending up there. But like
Just past the Lakers, bro. I don't give a fuck about
the
the top three. Like it is what it is. I would
like
love for us to get home court advantage, but just past the fucking Lakers.
it's so possible for so much shift like shit to shift because there's still so much time left. And the way the Rockets, let's talk about them for a little bit. Why are we
Mhm.
not playing Reed Shepard as much? You
Do you
mentioned it.
think it's because
Reed
they don't
Shepard's
have a
fucking Ime
backup
Udoka's
guard to
wife.
come into the game for him? Like, is that a
Dude,
reason why? And like, they
what's
don't
the
have like the extra guard play to provide off the bench? Because
so
like,
but at that point they're valuing backup guard play over closing minutes with their guard because it's not that I don't care about who starts. I'm caring about their rotations and how much minutes they're playing. Reed
yeah,
Shepard can be a bench player. Go ahead, bring him as a spark off the bench. He needs 28 plus minutes a game. Reed Shepard needs that. He needs to be in there managing the game, helping on offense, and he should probably play the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. Just being honest.
yeah, I do agree. Like if Ime doesn't want to start him for whatever reason, whatever, sure, okay. I think he should definitely be closing a lot more games, which
Exactly.
I think that has been the direction they've been going to a little more recently. But
As of
that should have
recent,
been the thing
yes,
from the
but
jump. Should have been
it,
from the jump.
as of recent, yeah, but there's still been as of recently where Reed's not playing. It was like 2 games ago where Reed wasn't like playing at like the start of the fourth, even though he was hot coming out of the third.
I don't know if Ime just doesn't trust him. I
It
think
has to be a
also
trust
I
thing.
think also the part is like Reed is a small guy and
Yeah, the
he's not a
defense.
good defender. So in a clutch situation, the team is obviously just gonna target him
Yeah,
versus if they were to bring like a guy like a Josh Okogie off the bench who's
yeah.
an excellent defender. There's a less likely chance he's going to be targeted versus Reed Shepard. So I will I do think that's a valid thing, but at the same time, it's just he he's one of those guys that can help just swing a game around just by hitting a couple of threes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And just like get the momentum back in your for your team. So
Dude, that fucking speaking of the Rockets here, that fucking Rocket Spurs loss was bad. They got blown the hell out. Şengün was a minus 28. I know plus minus is like you can't feed much too
yeah,
much into
plus
that,
minus
but
is like
that's
always like it's an
insane.
iffy stat.
But everybody else was like a minus 10, minus 8, minus 4. Besides Clint Capella, who was a plus 10. Shout out DeAndre Ayton. But
I was going to say the same
that was in my notes I was laughing at earlier. That was like the only thing. Before we started, I started laughing at something in my notes, and I was like, I'll let you know in the podcast. And I was like, that's what it was. Yeah, 'cause I literally just put that in the notes because I thought it was funny. Capella was the only
Yeah.
one with a positive plus minus in that game, and it was literally just because of that. It was because of the Rockets just sucked in that game. It was not looking good for anybody.
As of right now, man, I it depends on matchup, but I honestly do have them as a first round exit.
So
Do you think I want to ask you a question? If they were to match up against a team like the Lakers, who they've
that's who
had
they're
their
matched
number
up
this
against right
year,
now. 4 and 5.
that's
That's
yeah.
the matchup.
Because my thing was like with the Lakers, they're really bad in transition, especially if the other team is fast. They don't have the personnel to keep up with that. So you could beat them with having fucking fast younger guys like Jabari and Amen Thompson just go on a fast break, and Lakers don't have the personnel to defend that. But can the offense of Austin Reeves and Luca and just with LeBron James just overtake that?
It can definitely overpower it because even though the Rockets personnel is so good defensively, you can't really stop Luca.
Exactly,
Especially in a
yeah.
playoff setting, go ahead and throw two. He's got Austin Reeves right there. He's got LeBron James. Offensively, they're going to be perfectly fine. If it's an
Yeah.
offensive battle, the Lakers are coming out on top.
Yeah.
The Rockets defense just has to be a little bit better there because sometimes the Rockets just can't buy a shot. And even though the
Their offense
Lakers,
just looks so bad. Like it's
it's
like
just
multiple dudes
clunky.
in the paint at the same time, and I'm just like, man, no wonder why KD can't get like a good shot sometimes.
And it's weird because how did I'm not gonna say how did it look better with Steven Adams because it looked better obviously because of the
He
defensive
provides a
rebound,
second chance
offensive rebounds,
points.
which is good. But even when Steven Adams was on the court, he can't make a fucking three. We've known this since 2012 or whatever, or
Yeah.
however long Steven Adams has been in the league. I, he still
I
was
I
the
just
offense looks so much better even with him not being able to make a three just because of his offensive rebounds. That's how much
offensive rebound,
value
which
he
leads to second
provided.
chance points, which leads to you know
Just more plays,
exactly
more offense.
a new play can be switched up right then and there to get a
And
better bucket.
and then on a team with bad offense, you need as many opportunities as you can get, as many shots as you can get. So
Hmm.
the and like I brought it up earlier when we were talking about turnovers and stuff like that. Amen Thompson is your main ball handler, like Kevin Durant obviously and Reed Shepard handle it, but like Amen Thompson's your starting point guard technically.
Yeah.
He's going to be turning over the ball over a lot, and it's very obvious because he's doing it right now a lot. And KD has some bad turnovers. Uh, Şengün has bad turnovers. It's almost like nobody on this team doesn't have a bad turnover problem. Tari Eason has probably been the most complete player on this team, and even he's had his issues this
Yeah,
season.
his 3-point numbers have gone down recently.
Like he started the season, he was like 45%. Up until recently,
50.
he
I
was
was
like
like,
45%. He was like crazy. Yeah, I think recently he was like 45%, but he's like 42
yeah.
now. Yeah, he's dropping. The Rockets are bad. I don't see them winning more than one playoff series if they do win one. But I can't read too much into the Spurs loss just because of how good the Spurs are. Literally like one of the best teams probably this season. What?
The Hawks canceled their Magic City promotion thing.
I just
Shout,
saw that. Oh my
shout
gosh.
out Luke Cornett. All right,
I
let
can't
me
believe
get
that
a
was that
banger in.
big
Hold
of
on, let me get a banger in. Let me see.
I can't believe that was that big of a deal for them that they canceled. Hey, shout out to Luke Cornett and everybody
Yeah.
that was posting it. Gordon Hayward reposted it too. Al Horford. They're out with what do you remember that post Al Horford's sister did?
The
Because I have
very
to
because I
fuck
have to.
Kyrie, kill Jayson Tatum. Like, what are you talking about? What are you doing FMK for? What are you talking about? But I forgot what we were even talking about there. Oh, Spurs.
Spurs, yeah.
I want to say, I'm so glad that they have not panicked in the past year or so. Because they've had, like, I was saying they should probably make a move for Stephon Castle or Dylan Harper. Move one of them.
Hmm.
I was saying move one of the young guys, or De'Aaron Fox was going to be moved soon. But they can
Hmm.
all coexist so well. Like, it looks so good. And I genuinely think Dylan Harper's just, even though he has some turnovers sometimes, he looks so, like, mature. And
He does, man.
that
Like when
entire
I
team
watch
can
him,
work well.
you know what's crazy? He has he's a very high percentage of scoring at the rim. It's like at 60% or something like that.
Dude, he can score at the rim. If he's getting downhill, he's getting that bucket.
I really like the fact in a lot of those moments during the game where they'll have it can be like Stephon Castle and De'Aaron Fox, and Stephon Castle will be the one handling the ball, which I think it's like preparation for both him and Dylan Harper to be
Hmm
ready for the come playoff time because they're gonna need them to provide that ball handling and playmaking. So just the fact that in your opinion, do they have the best like guard rotation? Like the
I think I love.
because
Yeah, I
you got to
think.
factor in Devin Vassell too.
Curry and Podzemski are really good.
Yeah, D'Anthony Melton too, and like Pat Spencer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
you
yeah.
go. No, but fucking, that's something else I wanted to bring up about the Spurs is they never panicked on their young guys at all. Keldon Johnson, most teams would have traded him after he wasn't exactly like what he wanted to be, but he's morphed into a perfect player.
He's the perfect six man. He might win six man of the year.
He might, dude. He's really good. And Devin Vassell, another guy who a couple years ago I thought he was gonna be like a crazy 20 point per game scorer. Now he's a perfect role player for this team.
I remember when the report came out when they gave him that like 4 year 100 some mil. I'm like, what? This is so random. I'll be honest, that was honestly my first time really like knowing him. So I was like,
Really?
damn, he must. I mean, like paying attention, like to the
Like
point where it
you
was
knew who he
like
was, but you never really
I knew who
watched
he
him.
was, but
Yeah.
I didn't know he was like putting up numbers to the point where he can get $100 million extension.
This is also the first year the Spurs are good, so I can't fault you too much because you're not. It's not like you were watching the Spurs when they were winning 25 games like every game.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
like we were really locked in on Wemby. That was pretty much it.
Yeah.
So yeah, as of a few years ago, the Spurs like before Wemby got there, the Spurs were not a league pass team. Like with DeMar DeRozan and all them, I was not. I know DeMar DeRozan that was like a long time before 2023, but like who was on that 2022 Spurs team? Can you? I'm gonna pull up this roster and can you list me like try to list me players on the 2022 Spurs?
LaMarcus Aldridge, I know he was probably there.
Was he still there?
Was he?
Okay, this is 2021, 2022 Spurs. They were 34 and 48. LaMarcus Aldridge is not here, bro. This is insane roster. I'm just gonna list you some names because you're not gonna get Keita Bates Diop. There you go.
Yeah.
Our guy, the Suns legend. Drew
Jesus.
Eubanks, another Suns legend.
God. What is it with
Br
us this? Yeah.
Bryn Forbes, another guy who went off against the Suns in the finals. Jock Landale, another Suns legend. It's just
What is
all
it with us
Suns.
and the former Spurs players, bro?
Then you have Jakob Poeltl. You have DeJounte Murray. You have Josh
Oh, I forgot
Richardson.
about him.
Josh Richardson was a Spur. I forgot about that. You have Juancho Hernan go. Like this is where you have Keldon Johnson. When was Tyler Johnson on the Spurs?
Damn, I haven't heard that name in a
Dude,
long time.
like
Wow.
Lonnie Walker, 20, Thaddeus Young, Derek White. I was still on this team. Like
Damn.
I get not knowing Devin Vassell because
Yeah, because
that team
like,
was not getting a lot of
how
playing
can I
time.
watch that?
Uh, Yeah, it was not getting a lot of play time honestly from us. That's like pretty much it for like the bulk of like the standings talk at least. Like I have the playoff picture here of what we got for the playoffs as of right now.
Mm.
And what do you think about some of these matchups here? In the East, like a little like we have Knicks Magic first round. How you feel about that?
Might be a little bit of a snooze fest,
That seems like like a
but
Knicks in five kind of
uh,
series. Knicks in four
yeah,
maybe.
I mean, I'll tune into it, but I'm just like, I'm just automatically picturing Game 5, Paolo Carroll misses a wide open three to take the lead.
Like that's true. Like I'm not gonna lie, no offense to these teams, but Knicks if the Knicks Magic, if this is a matchup, this is like a 10 a.m. on Saturday matchup.
Damn.
Because they have
I
games
wanted to
all
say, like, as a
day.
team, like, do you feel disrespected? Like, damn, like they're like, let's just get this shit out of the way. Like,
Yeah,
just
pretty
like
much.
we're the first game.
You know what's crazy? The Raptors, the Magic somehow are always in that slot.
Yeah,
The
honestly, the Raptors might get a fucking 10 a.m. game.
yeah, no, if it's Raptors Cavs, I don't know. I could
Yeah, that's more like a 1 p.m. type of game.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. It'd be the game right after the 10 a.m.
Yeah,
game, and then
exactly. Yeah.
they do the Western Conference Series right after because that's when everybody's locked in.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? At the by next podcast, we're gonna be less than a month away from the play-in. It's April 14th. That's when the play-in starts, the official play-in. So shout out to them. The You also have like another matchup here, Rockets Lakers. We talked about that. I think. What do you think would happen? We
I
talked
think
about
KD
it.
versus Braun is going to, I mean, the ratings are going to go crazy because KD versus Braun and Luca versus KD. I mean, I'm definitely going to tune into that. I think it's going to be interesting. Maybe 6 games, and
6 games is what
that's,
I was thinking. I was thinking
yeah.
Lakers in six.
But if, like you said, if it comes down to who's going to be the better offensive team, the Lakers could win that shit in five.
The Lakers are just so top heavy though. Like, yeah, I just look at their role players. I'm like, you fucking suck.
Yeah, because I'm
Like,
just like,
there's no one I trust.
yeah, because I'm like, Jaron Vanderbilt's not going to make any threes. Jake LaRavia has kind of fallen off.
Luke
DeAndre
Kennard is
Ayton,
your only shooting.
yeah, DeAndre Ayton, yesterday, he looked really good. I don't know if someone talked to him, but he was playing with a lot of effort. But we all know that's not going to last long. And in playoff series, I mean, I'm just being real. Yeah, yeah. And you also got to hope, can he be a true rim protector? Can he play with this? I tweeted out saying it. Pretty sure you liked my tweet that said
Yeah.
if DeAndre Ayton plays with this level of effort consistently, the Lakers are a true contender.
hmm
And but so
Yeah,
that
if Aiden's attacking Shampoo, he can actually do something in that series. 'Cause that's not a crazy matchup for him. Like Clint Capella. Oh my God, Clint Capella versus Aiden.
oh my God, I need that. I need that now.
Yo,
That needs to be a
Lakers
playoff
versus
series.
Rockets needs to happen, bro. That matchup would be insane. Every
Yes.
time that matchup is happening, it's actually so locked in. That's freaking
Yes.
funny, bro. Other than that, we have Nuggets and the Timberwolves 3-6. That'd be good. First round would be a little disappointing to see a first
Damn,
round.
knowing that Jokic or Ant would be out in the first round, it'd be like, damn.
That's like sucks like one of the
That's a
best
second round
players.
matchup right there, bro. God damn.
That is at least a
I mean,
second
that's
round matchup.
great. If I were
That's a
to,
Saturday at 7 p.m. game, 5 p.m. game.
yeah.
That's like the last game of
As
the
of
night
right
game.
now, I would take the Timberwolves over them because I really like health has to be like a huge factor for this for the Nuggets, and you
hmm
also got to wonder like with Aaron Gordon, who's been out for pretty much all this year, is he gonna be able to get back in game shape? Is Payne Watson gonna be still effective when he comes back? I'm sure he's not gonna have that same kind of like he's not gonna have the same amount of touches that he was getting when Jokic was out and he was getting the ball a lot, but can he just still have that level of presence on the defensive end and just to be able to hit those, those wide open shots or be able to attack the rim in moments? So and can Cam Johnson be able to hit a fucking three?
He won't.
Because yeah, like I know in the year he's shooting 42%, but when you watch the game, it just doesn't feel like that.
And it's on a
So
it's on a low volume too, so it's like
yeah,
what are we doing here, bro? It's super disappointing for Cam, one of our guys, but I don't know. Playoffs are a different beast,
Seeing
man.
Cam and Mikal slander on Twitter is like, fuck, man. Like,
It
those are my
also
wings.
you also got to think, man. We traded those guys for Kevin Durant, so pretty good trade. Pretty good trade, man.
Was it though? It didn't really
Yeah,
amount to anything.
it
We have
it
no
w
draft capital.
it would have been a good trade if the one for Beal didn't happen.
Yeah.
I always stand by that. You run another year back, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin
And
Durant,
yeah, I honestly wish we
Aiden
kept
gone.
C.
DeAndre
Yeah,
Aiden was
I wish we
gone.
just I wish we would just kept CP
Kept
just to
CP3,
help.
CP3, say the three.
It's funny. I was thinking I was like, I probably
Yeah,
should have said the
yeah.
three at the
I was gonna
end.
say.
I wish
Just make.
yeah,
We
I
want to
wish
keep CP3.
CP3.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
wish we would have kept CP3 just to help with the offense. But get rid of Aiden for sure. Yeah.
Because the offense was like everybody was like they need a point guard, and Chris Paul was and
We
everybody
had
thought
him.
he was washed. I honestly thought he was washed too. So seeing that we got Bradley Beal for it, I was one of those people like, fuck yeah, we got a good deal for Chris Paul. But no, Chris Paul wasn't
Oh, you
washed.
were happy with the Bradley Beal trade?
I was happy for the value that we got because I thought Chris Paul was washed.
Yeah, yeah.
Because what else were we gonna get for it? But also at the same time, you look back at it like, nah, that was one of our legends. Nah, you should have just kept him, bro. Should have just kept him. Very disappointing, but it's okay. We all make mistakes. We all move on. And that's pretty much it for like the bulk of basketball talk. You got any rumors or any news as of recent that's happened? I know there's been some stuff around the NBA.
Um, any rumors?
Like obviously there's
No.
no rumors with Dylan Brooks had a DUI. That was the
That was crazy. But it was apparently it wasn't even alcohol, it was
it was,
suspicion of marijuana.
it was Hey, nah.
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, bro. Let my boy
And the body cam
slide.
footage actually came out and the
I saw
cop.
the body cam
Yeah,
footage.
yeah.
He was in the back seat. Were you listening to it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, he was talking to the cop,
He
just
was
straight
like,
up.
"You're doing the same thing you pulled me over for."
Yeah. I'm like, damn, bro, he just don't care.
He just really doesn't care. Shout out to Dylan Brooks for
Yeah.
just
And he's so
continuing.
fucking funny. The next day he just posts clips of him hooping on his IG story, like just nothing happened.
Yep. People were flaming the Suns because they posted their injury report and it had Dylan Brooks on there for his hand. And
Yeah.
somebody was like, "You mean for incarceration?" And I was like, "Bruh, leave my boy alone."
Yeah,
That's like pretty much it around the league. We got more basketball next week. You got a dunker spot, bro? This
I
weekend?
do. I would make you guess this one, but it's not gonna be that hard to guess. So I'll just
Musa Diabate.
no, it's Wemby.
Oh, okay, bro. Just gave it to
Yeah,
me.
yeah. From now on, I'm only gonna have you guess the ones if it's some shit like Robert Williams or some
That's actually
shit.
fair because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
actually pretty fair. And Wemby did have a he's had a very couple good games. That comeback win recently was really good too. Seeing him emotional was like I thought that was funny. I thought it was so funny to see Pat Bev so
I was
fucking
just about to
mad.
bring up. He's like, y'all moving the goalpost, but I'm like,
And I saw Joe Star. He's this guy who's always posting basketball stuff. Shout out to him. The
yeah,
State of the League podcast. That's their podcast. He posted and he replied to Pat Bev, and I liked it because it was the most fact shit, and it was just like, Pat, we just don't fucking like you.
yeah,
It's just
yeah.
the truth.
It's
It's just Wemby's a likable guy. He's showing emotion. People are gonna like that, obviously.
Do you think we need more of that? Like, I remember I was watching the numbers in the board podcast when they're saying like, I want more guys that basically show like more emotion like that, and like some of these guys are too nonchalant.
I think it is good. I think you also saw like in the All-Star game, even Ant said Wemby set the tone. So it is good to see like a guy younger than us bring more energy to the NBA and bring a lot of
He's
passion.
still younger than us.
Bro,
Oh, he
he was
just turned 22.
yeah he was born in 2004, bro. Yeah. Yeah. But he literally like brings the like old school energy of like I live or die for this shit. Which at
Hmm.
the end of the day, you don't have to do that because it's just basketball and it's a kid's game. It's hoop. So you can't always take it seriously. And I think there's levels to it because you can tell he cares about a bunch of like serious stuff. But his
Hmm.
ass is locked in on winning, and that's like what you love to see. He wants to win. He's always about winning, and whenever they do, they're doing it good. That's why this playoff series, if anyone's gonna beat them, it's gonna be the Spurs. The Spurs have to do it. I'm
Yeah,
hoping, man. I'm telling you, I am the biggest fucking like Spurs fan in this playoff series, bro. I cannot wait until this happens.
I'm
If they
looking forward
match
to
up in the
that.
first round, though, the Spurs would match up against a 7 seed right now. That would be us. We would beat them in four, though. That's the only unfortunate thing. So No, they're probably winning that matchup. Even though we beat
Yeah.
them earlier in the season, I think they're winning that matchup.
I'm literally visualizing Royce getting switched on to Wemby every fucking possession and just Wemby just yeah, just that's all he has to do. Yeah.
Like literally, it's gonna be a bad. We
No,
just
it's
don't have
okay.
the
Rasheed will
size.
take your spot by then.
Come,
It's all good. Yeah,
come
yeah.
on, come on, we'll get his first playoff minutes, bro.
Hey man, hey, come on,
Get
this.
get him early, get him early.
Yeah,
Get the
yeah,
young
yeah.
guys moving early, man. These are gonna be the young guys around. Bro, Rasheer Fleming looks good.
16 points, bro. Four
Hey,
threes. His shot just looks
I,
so nice
I love
now.
his handle too. He can handle the ball at 6'9", and he can like
A little
get to
underrated
the
passing too.
he can get to the rim too.
Yeah.
I'm excited for him to just keep growing. There was a Swaby Keese on I think
hmm
you replied to him on he was saying that his ceiling is higher than Mikal's, and I think I kind of agree with that honestly. I think just based off pure size, his
Ryan
size
Dunn,
can
chop
bring
chop,
him.
buddy. Chop chop.
No, bro, we can have both of them, bro. We can have both of them.
I don't know, man. I honestly think. Oh shit, is this coming? I think it's popping off. Hey, it's popping off. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah.
Luke Quinn, I didn't even see that you commented that. Freaking Ryan, we were just talking about Ryan Dunn, right? Oh yeah. Um, Haywood Highsmith, shout out to his defense. Really good defense
A
and
plus 20 in like 19 minutes, bro.
yeah,
Fucking
shout out
fire.
to I hope we can get up to the 6 seed just so we can match up again, get a more favorable matchup. Because
Yeah,
even though I biasly think it's the Suns, I think the Suns team can have a fun first round matchup. I don't even know if
I
we're gonna
think
win, but if it's the Timberwolves, we might win.
we could. We could. Or
My
it can be a
hope,
20, it can be a 2024 all over again. Where we
my
beat them every
hope.
game.
Listen, my hope as a Suns fan, if I was to hope, Rockets to move back up to 3, Suns to go to 6. Give me that matchup against the.
Either Rockets or the Lakers move up and then we're at 6. I would. Like those are two matchups where I'd be like, yeah, okay.
I would prefer that matchup honestly, because then if we win that one, then we get Spurs in the second round over the Thunder in the second round. And I would
Yeah.
prefer our Spurs matchup over the Thunder. We're losing either
Yeah.
one, but still, you
Yeah.
never know. I think it's just fun to dream as a fan and as a team. If we're being honest, the fucking Clippers are gonna pass us, and we're not even gonna make the playoffs. So just being 100% fair.
Yeah.
We had a couple games tonight, bro. Only 5 games. It only some decent matchups. It looks like two actually that are really really worth watching. Maybe a third if you consider it. First matchup we have at 4 p.m. here for us. We do not do daylight savings. Fuck the rest of the U.S. Uh, Sixers versus Cavs.
Oh, Cavs, because Tyrese out is out.
Oh, Tyrese is out tonight. That makes sense.
He's
Yeah.
missing the next two games, yeah.
Damn, next two. Damn, the Sixers are real. They might drop a little bit, bro. Because,
Sprained fifth right finger.
bro, the Hawks are only a game and a half back. Dude, that's bad looks. That's bad looks.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies versus Nets. I think if I'm being honest, there's gonna be 2,000 people in the world watching this game tonight.
Yeah, I'll go with the Nets though.
Like in the world. That's not even counting the people at the game.
Yeah,
Fire ass matchup here. Nuggets versus Thunder. This is gonna be a
that will
really
be
good
game.
one.
I hope Chet plays. He's listed as questionable. I hope he plays.
I'm super locked
Uh,
into this matchup.
I'm gonna go with the Thunder though.
I respect that. Speaking of Chet, I want to bring up a lot of people preseason were ranking Chet above Şengün. I don't hate it. I don't hate
You,
it nowadays.
you
Nowadays, I
know
don't
it's
hate that.
it's crazy though. When I was listening to the numbers on a more recent episode, he had a 20-point game recently, and that was his first game with 20
In the
points since
past 2 months.
January.
But listen, man.
And I'm just like, damn, bruh.
But
I get it. Like I get it. Like you're not like the like some like superstar player, and like that's not your role. But like Jada's been out for so long, bruh. Like 20
I
points should be like a regular thing for you.
come on. You know I like my 18 and 8 guys. I love Chet Holmgren. He's got that Evan Mobley of no offense, all
Is he
defense.
gonna be like an Evan Mobley where like
I think
his
so, yeah.
offense will only go as far as it can go?
I think so. The thing is though, in high school, Chet was able. He was handling the ball in high school and college. He was able
Yeah,
to do a lot more offensively. I think it's just also at the NBA level, it's just a lot harder to replicate everything you did. Like he can't be dribbling the ball at 7-2 every time, even though he can do it. He's not
yeah.
gonna do it every possession. Which is a reason why I said J-Dub would be a playoff riser because I think when it comes to the playoffs, I think J-Dub's gonna have to carry a lot of the offensive load next to Shea. So I think
hmm
J-Dub's gonna put up a some good stats. Hopefully, at
Nah,
least.
Jerry McCain. Jerry McCain.
Hey, he's been cooking. He's
Jeremy
been
Kane,
cooking.
whenever AJ Mitchell, if he's even around anymore, like I haven't heard from that motherfucker. I haven't seen
He
him in a long
he was
time.
competing for six man of the year, but yeah, he lost that unfortunately.
Yeah,
Shout out to Keldon Johnson. Two more matches for the night. Oh, who did you say? You said Thunder or Nuggets?
Thunder.
Thunder respect. Damn, the Nuggets are still not even at 40 wins. That's insane.
Damn.
Really bad. The Warriors versus Jazz.
Ooh, I'm going with the Jazz.
Jazz, okay. And you have the Knicks versus the Clippers. Actual good matchup I watch.
The Knicks versus the Clippers. I'll go. Knicks will have a bounce back game.
Okay, I respect it. That one's like the last game of the night. Starts at 7 o'clock on
Yeah.
Peacock. Oh, that's nice. The Nuggets Thunder game is Peacock too. That'll be a super good matchup. And that's pretty much it for like the podcast, man. The Spurs and the Thunder have already locked in play-in spots, so they could lose every game for the or playoff spots
It's like they lose every game from now on.
and
It'll be
still
good.
make the playoffs. They'll still be a top six seed. So that's how good they are, man. We're only what? We're 37-27, bro. We're 18 games away. 18
We
games
we
away.
we we passed our winter last year.
Oh yeah, you're right. We were
We
we were
passed our winter
36 and
last year.
46. You're right. Hey, no, but we're only 18 games away, bro. That's kind of disgusting. We are less than 20 games away from this season being over. Yeah, very, very smooth. We're gonna get this uploaded, and by the in like about an hour or so, start watching these matchups, and that's pretty much it for the podcast on here, March 9th. We'll see you guys next week. Another week of basketball to be hope happened, and that's pretty much it.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.